Alright everyone, it's time for Occult Literature, video number 351, The Riddle of Life and How Theosophy Answers It. This is an Annie Besant work. It's relatively short, it's 55 pages, although again, the original work was quite a bit longer. Formatting applies with works from the late 19th and early 20th centuries especially. That sweet spot, double-spaced format, man, they friggin' loved it. Link in the description, as usual, to my edition of this work on Amazon. Second and third links to my books, blogs. I'll put this under the spirituality header because I haven't parsed out like the theosophy and religious studies part from religion and spirituality in general. I'm also going to be making a cryptozoology section. I'm thinking 14 sections should cover everything, but I'm getting through the next 50 works first. I'm well on my way. I'm plowing through them as fast as I can because I've got a lot to do. Anyway, this particular work is mainly about self-improvement, self-awareness, reincarnation, and karma. So the idea is the riddle of life is sort of like, well, what does life mean? What's the point? And Theosophy borrows mostly from Eastern traditions, although depending on the Theosophist, a lot of them also had interest in the Gnostic movement, in versions of Christianity, especially the Protestant movements, and they sort of smush it all together into one fairly broad umbrella theology. With Annie Besant, she leaned more towards Hinduism, actually adopted a son who she claimed was going to be the next avatar. He decided not to go along with that and ended up splitting from Theosophy, actually, but became a fairly religious figure. Actually, at one point, I guess, was going to marry some girl, but then decided to become an ascetic and was all cut up about it. Teenaged angst years, I think he was like 18 or something like that. It's pretty funny. But this is essentially a tract on how Theosophy conceives of the basic purpose of human life and how to ascend it. So the idea of self-awareness allows you, for example, if you become more aware of yourself, you can beat bad habits, you can help people and yourself more easily. That mindfulness is conceived of as being helpful. If you wish to ascend to the Rupa and Arupa planes and Devachan and all these other sort of things that the Theosophists talk about and have a good Devachan, not have to purge yourself of problems first, etc. Self-awareness is basically the primordial starting point for that, according to Besant. If you listen to Steiner, before he splits off for Anthroposophy, if you listen to Alice Bailey, Sinet, Leadbeater, they all have different opinions and different areas of interest. This is the main thing about why I like Theosophy so much. If you pick an author, and there are about a dozen major theosophical authors from the early period, you're going to get totally different fields of study. It's almost a little bit like they're more like professors in a college, a really eclectic, bizarre one, as opposed to being more religious or spiritual figures, because one will be studying Hindu folklore, another will be studying occult symbolism in Shakespeare or in plays or whatever, another one will be studying like Gnostic Christianity, and the corpus of literature between like the dozen main authors is literally hundreds of volumes. So there's a small library's worth. I could fill the entirety of these shelves just with theosophical doctrine. By the way, I will be doing a theosophical compilation at some point. I'll pick like a dozen of the best, choicest works and I'll compress them together into one edition for people that are interested specifically in that. That's for the future. And I'll be doing hardcover as well, not too long from now. So again, link in the description to my edition of this work on Amazon. Second and third links are to my books, blogs. It is highly recommended, although it is, again, somewhat on the short side. If you're into the self-improvement, sort of karma, reincarnation thing, any aspect of that, you will enjoy this work. That's about all. Peace out.